Hi guys and welcome to Drive Spark. The rear end of the car. So over here you can see that the spoiler is there. I mean, it's not a spoiler, so it's kind of a spoiler. You get a high stop LED light. You also get a washer along with the wiper defoggers. You get the Swift badging over here, your Suzuki badging over here, but no variant badging now. Earlier they had the variant badging, but now the variant badging is not there. This is the top of the line ZXi Plus dual tone variant. So obviously they used to be written ZXi Plus, but now the variant badging has gone, and this is your rear parking camera. Along with the sensors, you have guidelines, but they are not active. Camera is pretty clear and you can reverse easily in tight spaces. Also, if you see that the bumper is finished in body color and not in black. So one more thing that you get different is now the tail light. You can see over here, it's a smoke tail light and it's got this black element. Plus, if you see over here, this part and this part of the tail light is finished in LED. That is the red part that glows obviously when you hit the brake, and the reverse light and the indicator is finished in halogen. But overall the tail light looks really nice and goes very well with the smoked headlight that is present in the front. Now let's talk about the boot space. So to open the boot, you have a request sensor over here. Boot is pretty light, opens up really well, and you have around 265 liters of boot space. That is the same as the previous generation Swift. Well, you also see you get a parcel tray, and to close the boot you just have to do this and the boot closes automatically because it is a very light boot. Now let's go inside and I'll tell you what has changed on the inside of the all new Swift. So this is the rear section. Well, let me just get in since I'm here. So now we're inside the rear seat, and as you can see that this seat is not adjusted around to my height. This is adjusted according to my colleague's height. His height is around 5'10", and according to his adjustment, you can see that I have a lot of knee room, headroom, and a little bit under thigh support is less, but overall it's a comfortable cabin. You get two headrests, and obviously you can see that the headrests are adjustable. The seat does not recline behind, but the seat is comfortable. However, it lacks under thigh support, and one more thing that this lacks in is a center armrest. Now still they have not given a center armrest. I don't know why, but a center armrest is really important. If there are 4 people traveling, then you can obviously deploy this and keep your hand and go in comfort. Well, a new thing that has been added is this AC vent. So now you get rear AC vents. However, this does not have any controls. It's a single zone climate control, and you have a type A and a type C charging socket present over here. Well, there's some storage space where you can keep your phone while you're charging it, and you also get some magazine holders, and if you see, you get some door pockets for a bottle, but that is for a ½ liter bottle. A 1 liter bottle will not go in that. So now let's go on to the front end and I'll tell you what you get over there. So now we are in the front seat, the cabin, as you can see. So this is how the dashboard now looks like. A lot of changes have been done, a lot of changes have been. You just heard that when you start the car, it will just say welcome to the epic new Swift. So yeah, that was the starter music, and plus you have your infotainment system. So this is a 9-inch touchscreen that's been taken off the Baleno, and you have this aircon control also that you have seen on previous Maruti cars. Other than that, relatively things are new over here. They have used hard plastic, but the quality of plastic is really good. Plus another thing that has been added is this phone charger. You can see it's a wireless phone charger. So obviously you just have to keep your phone, and if it supports wireless charging, it will just charge. Other than that, this is the key. They have done nothing to the key. I think this blue color, I think this is already there, but apart from this, this is the key, which is pretty basic. You get 2 cup holders. Cup holders are now larger. They say they can fit a big cup or a big bottle easily. This is the 5-speed manual. You also get an automatic with this. Some storage space here, no armrest, and that's about it. Your storage space, you have a glove box, And apart from that, you have a flat bottom steering wheel. With the steering wheel is only adjustable for tilt. There is no telescopic adjustment for the steering wheel. Steering mounted controls are really nice. I like this piano black finishing that's going on the steering wheel. You have your phone controls over here, so you can pick up your call, drop your call, and give a voice command from here as well. If you see the instrument cluster, now the instrument cluster is completely new. So it's again analog, and you have a 4-inch MID screen in between that displays a lot of information about the car. And apart from that, you have your rev counter and your speedometer. Well, the rev counter has a bezel around it. The speedometer does not have a bezel around it. And you do not get an auto dimming IRVM, you get a manual dimming IRVM. Plus, if you see over here, you get a vanity mirror for the passenger, but no vanity mirror for the driver. Now let's talk about the seats. Seats are really comfortable. The driver's seat is really nice. You can see the side bowstrings keep you in place. Very comfortable seat. If you can see, very soft, good under thigh support. And the driver's side has a height adjuster, so it is very easy for the driver to find the right driving position. Plus, if this had a tilt and telescopic, it would have been a really nice thing. So yeah, this was the cabin. And one more thing, this infotainment system, I mean, this now gets connected features. So the Swift now gets 40 plus connected features, and you can connect your phone and go through everything. Also, this has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So yeah, that was the cabin. So now let's quickly drive the car, and I'll tell you how the new Swift is to drive. So now we're at the driving seat of the all-new Swift, and let me give you a quick engine brief. So this car is powered by a 1.2 liter Z series engine. This is a new series engine that Maruti has come up with, and this is a more fuel efficient engine than the K series. So this is a 1.2 liter naturally aspirated, and this produces 80 bhp of power and 114 Nm of torque. Well, we know that the power and the torque figures have gone down, and on the plus side, what you get is you get excellent mileage out of it. So the company claims that you will get around 24 plus kilometers per liter on a manual that we are driving today, and surprisingly, you will get around 25 plus kilometers per liter on the auto shift, that's the AMT. This is surprisingly, it's opposite. You get more mileage out of the manual, but Maruti is claiming that the AMT will give better mileage than the manual one. Okay, so now let's quickly talk about the suspension. One thing straight up, the suspension has been set up brilliantly. This is a new suspension setup, and it is just awesome. It absorbs all the bumps, all the potholes, and if you want to corner hard, it will just hold the line. I mean, it offers you best of both worlds. It is seriously good. Other than that, the steering is light. I mean, it's a very sharp steering. You don't need to give much input. The car changes lane very quickly. Seats are very nice. If we talk about the manual version that we are driving today, the gear throws are really short. So it feels like kind of a short shifter. But apart from that, the clutch is also very light. So you will not have a problem in stop and go traffic. So as far as power is concerned, obviously the initial bit has become slightly linear, but it has a good mid-range and a good top end. Swift has always been like a sporty hatchback in the Indian market, and I think Maruti has definitely kept up to that. Well, obviously people will say that the power has dropped, torque has dropped, but power and torque always don't matter so much, because you will lose out on a lot of other things if you just keep on pushing power and torque. First is mileage, then is drivability, then is durability, maintenance. A lot of things have to be seen. Well, apart from that, comfort wise, absolutely comfortable. The seats are really nice. Bucket seats, you literally sink in the seat, and you have a height adjuster, so obviously, I mean, the driver has an advantage. Plus steering wheel, as I mentioned earlier, is only for tilt, so finding the right driving position will not be that difficult. So now let's talk about the safety features, and this car gets obviously 2 disc brakes. That's the front. Rear is a drum setup. Apart from that, you get 6 airbags as standard from the base variant, and you also get traction control, you get EBD, you get ESP, you get hill hold. So yeah, that's a new feature that has been added. So now the Swift gets a hill hold feature, and apart from that, you have auto start stop and all of that, and you have a multiple safety features, not only the airbags. So airbags is obviously now 6 airbags has become like a standard protocol for manufacturers. So yeah, the Swift also now gets 6 airbags, and yeah, internationally this has not been tested for Bharat and Cap, but in the international, the global rating, the Swift has got around 4 stars. So let's hope that it will keep up with that 4-star when Bharat and Cap will happen. And if that takes place and this gets a 4-star rating, then trust me, this is a definite improvement over the previous generation Swifts. So yeah, guys, I mean, if you're definitely looking out for a family car, if you talk about the pricing, I've mentioned it at the end of the video, but at this price range, you should definitely go check out the all-new Swift. So guys, this was the all-new Swift, and if you talk about the pricing of this car has been launched in India at a price of ₹6.5 lakh ex-showroom, and the top-end variant what you see over here, the dual tone, carries a price of 9.65 lakh ex-showroom, and all the prices that I have mentioned are ex-showroom. And apart from that, you have 6 variants with this car along with 9 color options, out of which 3 are dual tone. So yeah guys, this was the all-new Swift. If you have any queries about this car, please mention it on the comment section and we will get back to you on that. Until then, if you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe to all our social media channels. I'm Promeet signing out. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, be safe and drive safe.